WBC Super Middleweight Championship is at stake, and the reigning belt holder is this man, 30-year-old Eric Luca from Canada. 34-4 with 13 knockouts. He'll make the second defense of his crown. This time he'll do it on foreign soil. He almost gave up his boxing career after his loss to Brian Brannon, but then after good performances against Teozo and Roy Jones, Luca decided to keep persevering. After losing to Glenn Catley in 1999, he squared off against Catley on Tuesday Night Fights last summer in Montreal. That right hand made Eric Luca a world champion. Luca would then defend his championship on Friday Night Fights in November, and he would dominate an out-of-shape Dingon Dobella. He knows tonight he'll have to be sharp against Paz.
Sure, he has to use my jab, stay focused. He's going to do a lot of things in the ring. He will try to get me out balance. So I know he's a warrior. He's going to try hard, but I have to stay focused and use my jab. I want to take control from the beginning of the first round. So it's going to depend what he will do, but I will do whatever will take to take control.
Vinny Paz has had more lives in boxing than a cat. The 39-year-old has 49 wins, 30 knockouts. He's the former IBF lightweight champion and the former WBA junior middleweight champion. He's fought everybody in the world, 2-4 in world title fights. However, Paz has slipped over the last couple of years. His father time has caught up with him just a little bit. Here on Friday Night Fights in November of 1999, he took on Dana Rosenblatt in a big New England rematch. Paz had won the first meeting, but Rosenblatt was a bit busier and would win a 12-round split decision victory. Then in his next fight, here on Friday Night Fights in February of last year, Aaron Davis was too strong. Paz felt that he overtrained for the fight, had nothing in the tank, and Davis would score an 8th-round stoppage. So why will things be different tonight for the Paz man?
He's a tough SOB, so I have respect for him. But I'm going to beat him with movement, speed. My training camp has been going great. It's been my best training camp in the last 10 years. I'm going to be elusive. I'm going to beat him with speed. There's going to be power. There's going to be movement. And that is going to make me win this WBC World title.
Pazienza knows everything about battling. In 1991, he would win his second world championship in a matter of 4 years, knocking out Gilbert DeLay in the 12th round to win the WBA Junior Middleweight Championship. But things have never come easy for the Pazmanian Devil. He would be involved in a serious car accident, and doctors told Pazienza he would never fight again. But that would not deter Vinny. 3 months in a halo, but Team Pazienza had their eyes focused on the future and a comeback in the ring. Team Pazienza has always consisted of the centerpieces, Mom Louise and Father Angelo. Over the past year, Father Angelo has been battling Alzheimer's. He hasn't been in the corner, but Vinny wants to bring him one more belt.
So it's not easy not having him. And, you know, I went to see him the other day. We had to put him in a healthcare center, rehab center. And I went and see him, and when I left, before I left, I grabbed him, and I didn't want to do this, but I said to him, I said, Dad, I'm going to bring you back. I told him I was going to bring him back a world title belt, and he just, I said, this weekend, I'll bring you back the belt.
Vinny Paz has made his way into the ring after a little bit of a delay. Got his hands wrapped a little late and got a late start to his warm-up. 39 years of age. And Vinny Paz hoping to take away Eric Luca's WBC Super Middleweight Championship. Luca hails from Saint-Julie, Quebec, just outside of Montreal. Now it is time for the fight analysis as Teddy Atlas breaks it down for you. Teddy?
Atlas World. And if Eric Lucas is going to keep his title, he must throw straight right hands. He has a habit of looping them. The straight ones land quicker and better. Also, Paz has a habit of reaching in a little bit. It's up to Lucas to make him reach in, where he can counterpunch and control Paz's movement. Hey, you heard Paz say he's going to box, he's going to move. Nothing better than to use that jab to keep Paz from stopping and pot-shotting. For Paz to win a third title, don't reach in. You have a habit of leaving yourself wide open. Use your jab to get in. Show those old lightweight legs. Go back in the time machine. Have movement. Box a little bit. And with that movement, get an early lead. By getting an early lead, put some pressure on Lucas. Get him out of his game plan. Maybe get him looking for one punch. Maybe make him feel a little urgent about being in New England.
Time for the introduction for our main event. Here's our ring announcer once again, Frank Carpano.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event. The bout you've been waiting for all evening long. This historic event is scheduled for 12 rounds for the World Boxing Council Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Your referee, the man in charge of this bout from New Jersey, Eddie Cotton. The three judges scoring this bout at ringside are from Mexico, Gelasio Perez, from Belgium, Daniel Van der Wiel, and from France, Alfred Asaro. Now for the boxers. First, the challenger fighting out of the red corner. Tonight, he wears the leopard print trunks. He weighed in at a fighting 168 pounds. This fighter needs no introduction the world over. He hails from Providence, Rhode Island. He is a former two-time champion of the world. Tonight, he goes for his third world title and his historic 50th victory. He has a professional record of 49 wins, just 9 defeats, with 30 big wins coming by knockout. Please welcome the Tasmanian Devil, Vinny Paz. Next, fighting out of the blue corner, he is the reigning and defending champion. Tonight, he wears the black trunks. He weighed in at 167 pounds, hails from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, has a professional record of 34 wins, just 4 defeats, 3 draws, with 13 wins coming by knockout. Please welcome the WBC Super Middleweight Champion of the World. Tonight, attempting to defend his crown for the second time, ladies and gentlemen, Eric Luca.
Eddie Cotton is the referee. The deal breaker for Eric Luca was that none of the 3 judges be from the United States. You saw the names. The unified rules will be used. No 3 knockdown rule. No standing 8 count. Only the referee can stop it. Fighter cannot be saved with in any round. Accidental foul. They'll go to the scorecards after 4 rounds are complete. Eric Luca said, hey, 10 years ago, I probably would not come to New England to fight Vinny Paz. Why did he have the option of fighting the guy ranked 18th by the WBC? Because after his last fight against Cobello, who was ranked 1 or 2 in the world, Luca had 1 year from that date for a mandatory. He was allowed under WBC rules. I spoke to the WBC official. He was allowed 1 optional before the mandatory. And he said, take a look at it. Paz, name recognition. Paz is a guy that can put me on a map in the United States. Luca wants to fight Sven Aki at some point down the line. Aki is the current IBF champion, but he says he'll never go to Germany. He knows Aki will not come to Canada, so he realizes that if he ever gets a chance to fight Aki, he'll probably be in the United States. He wants to establish some roots here.
37 of 41 bouts for Luca. North of the border in his home, Canada. Paz showing you what he has in mind for a fight plan to try to take his third title. Movement, save his shin a little bit, stay on the outside. He feels Luca needs to be set to punch, so counterset that by moving, picking spots.
Well, after Paz got pummeled by Aaron Davis on Friday Night Fights, February 9th of last year, he purposely made sure that his next 3 fights remained off television. He said, in case I got a title shot against one of the champions, I didn't want them to have any tape of me looking good. I wanted the last tape they had of me as me being horrible.
Luca, no frills, blue collar type fighter. Doesn't do anything great, does everything solid. Technically solid.
Funny story about Luca. He went to Philadelphia. to fight Brian Brannon for the NABF crown in 1995. He lost a 12-round decision. Then he got a call to go to France to fight Fabrice Diogio for the WBC light heavyweight title. Lost that fight. And 2 fights later, he's in Florida fighting Roy Jones. After he lost that fight to Brannon, his manager, Yvonne Michel, the promoter, said, you know what, you better start looking for another line of work. Lucas sort of agreed.
Okay.
Never thought that he'd be a world champion, but he said after that loss to Jones, he realized that, hey, I'm pretty good, and I could probably beat most guys. Roy Jones is the exception. Behold, he has the belt.
Come on, let's go.
Lucas seeing an opportunity to take away Asienza's ability to move by pinning him in the corner.
Lucas easily blocks that punch from Paz.
Paz showing the ability to move around, but not the ability to land yet.
And Eric Luca makes the second defense of the WBC Super Middleweight Championship. Friday Night Fights presented by Miller High Life from Foxwoods Resort and Casino. Spacious ring, 22 feet by 22 feet inside the rope, something that should help out Vinny Paz.
I have a feeling that as far as fight strategy goes, that the 39-year-old Vinny Paz is going to try to pick a page out of Sugar Ray Leonard's book when he upset Marvin Hagler in the last 30 seconds of the round.
Well, we showed you the combi box numbers from the last round. 2 of those 4 connect for Paz came in the last 20 seconds. Paz shoots the left hook from the body.
Luca likes to do counter punches. Paz trying to make that hardball, making Luca come to him. Where Paz can turn the table. Counter punches.
Well, by being broadcast back to Canada on pay-per-view as well. Luca, as I Stefan Ouellet, Gatti Pack, the Molson Center in Montreal, going up with 22,000 fans.
Paz must be careful when he leads with those wide punches. As we said, Luca can counter. The counter, you need help. You need cooperation from your opponent.
Paz, great eyebrow cut.
Part of that cooperation comes when your opponent reaches in or goes wide. Gives you an alleyway to throw a counterpunch.
Well, cuts are commonplace with Vinny Paz. And he's got one on the right eyebrow. Don't know if it's from a punch or a clash of heads. Paz says he wasn't going to worry about the cuts. He said in the final fight instructions, when Eddie Cotton, the referee, came to his corner, came to his locker room, he was going to tell him, let me go out like a true warrior. Good counter shot there by Luca.
And the reason why Luca was successful with those counters, Paz reaching in with wide punches. Paz staying at a distance, there's a gap. When he looks to close that distance, he reaches a little bit. And when he reaches, leaves himself wide open to counter.
Story here in round 2, the right eyebrow of Vinny Paz cut. And a right hand there from Luca, the champion. Left hand to the eye from Luca.
Once again, every time Vinny Paz looks to reach in, leaves himself a little open.
End of round number 2. Paz cut, right eyebrow. Good round for Luca. Andrew Orton is the cut man for Paz.
It's a punch that opened that eye. Punch.
Right in there, a left hand from Luca. And referee Eddie Cotton has told us that it came from a punch. Looks like a clash of heads right there.
It was a situation where it would figure to be a clash of heads. Asienza a little far away, jumping in, out of control.
Yeah, but here's the deal. It's been ruled from the referee from a punch. So, If this fight gets stopped because of that cut, it is a TKO win for Luka. If it gets stopped even before 4 rounds, because it's not an accidental clash, it's been ruled a punch.
That's why I believe boxing should step up to the new century and use videotape replays whenever possible.
Yeah, who cares if the start of the round is delayed a couple seconds?
Get it right.
But of course, not every fight is televised. Oh, low blow there from Paz. No ruling.
The strategy, the style are there for you to see. Paz using movement, trying to stop, hot shot. Luka using that jab to try to keep Paz from stopping the punches at the time Paz wants to. The trouble that Paz has had so far, Bob, is keeping distance, trying to keep Luka offset, off balance. But when he looks to get in, there is distance. Instead of using his jab, he reaches it. And when there's distance and you're reaching, well, your opponent can counter. And Luka has done that very well.
Luka has been stopped twice in his career, once by Roy Jones Jr. back in 1996, and Glenn Cassidy got him with a left hook in 1999.
If you're going to counter like Luka likes to do, he likes to counter. As I said earlier, you need a little help from your opponent. You've been giving them that help. Reaching in, running into punches. Paz needs to use that jab when you want to close the gap.
So far, Teddy, through the first 2 rounds, Paz 1 for 14 with the jab. So not a lot of jab A, only 1 landed. Paz landed a right hand to the head of Luka.
Paz doing it off the angle, not coming straight in. When Paz does it off the angle, Luka is not set to punch. Then Luka is not a counter punch.
Well, Paz says that he wants to box, but I think his best chance is to just make it a Paz brawl. Because Luka's smaller, he's got the reach. And I don't know if Paz has the stamina to just outbox him for 12 rounds there.
Well, the Paz is credit right now. He's trying to just brawl in spots, in control spots, in his spots, when it's the right time. And that is due to your experience of 19 years.
Paz punch.
Yes, it is.
Round 4, Vinny Paz, Eric Luka for Luka's WBC Super Middleweight Championship. Vinny Paz cut in round 2, ruled from a punch. Replay showed possibly a clash of heads. Paz had a better round 3. Numerically, it wasn't better, but the clear scoring blows for the most significant punches of the round went Paz's way. Those are the numbers through 3.
Luka can be a little one-dimensional sometimes. Needs to be set to punch. Needs a little help. Hazienza seems to understand that. Giving angles, movement, trying to keep Luka off balance. Not allow him to be set. Hazienza must stay out of certain lanes. Those lanes are the straight middle lanes. Must not go straight back. Must not come straight in.
Don't discount Paz as far as pulling things out of the fire when he fought Dana Rosenblatt for the first time. Back in 96, the end of 96, he was being outboxed clearly by Rosenblatt. He turned the fight around and knocked him out in the 4th round.
Luka has his eyes set on the uppercut. Paz leaves himself open to that. Comes straight in, leans forward. The uppercut can be effective.
Luka digging at that 39-year-old midsection of Paz.
The plan has not changed for Paz. He wants to be on the outside. He wants to pick spots. Go in, go out as he wants. What has changed, sometimes Luka uses this, and then it is difficult for Paz to pick his spot. Difficult for him to stop and pot shot.
If you're wondering at home why we keep calling him Paz, you don't follow the situation closely. About a year ago, he legally changed his name from Hazienza to Paz.
Break, step back, step back, step back, step back.
It's not like we have a pet nickname for him. That's his legal name.
Has his success on the outside, fighting this style, in and out. All depends on Luka. When Luka uses the jab, it is difficult right there for Paz to fight his fight. When Luka does not use the jab, and there have been spots when he has not used the jab, Paz can come in and go out as he pleases.
Good job, good job.
The jab from Luka is the stabilizing punch. Might not be fancy, might not be real scintillating, real attractive, but it is effective in this kind of fight. It keeps Paz under control.
So Paz trying to steal rounds, fighting in spurts. Luka busier.
Come on, good job, come on. Let's go.
Looking at Vinny Paz tonight, of course, the popular host of Regis Kelly with wife Joyce at ringside to the corner of Vinny Paz. They continue to work on that right eye. Vinny Paz turned pro in 1983. May of 1983 was Reagan's first term. Eric Luka, 3 days shy of his 12th birthday. Foxwoods still hadn't opened yet. He was still the amateur trainer of Mike Tyson.
And you were just finishing your first year at that terrific college. Fought him in the Bronx.
That's right. 1983. And Paz has been fighting in pro since. 3-time world champion, IBF lightweight champ, WBA junior middleweight champ. Was Max in nursery school? Kindergarten. Whoa.
Come on, bring it shoulder.
Look at the jab numbers. Paz, A, not throwing a lot. B, not landing a lot. Teddy, as you like to say all the time, the shorter man can still use his jab.
Oh, yes, he can. There is always a way to counter something. Always a way to negate an advantage.
Now the numbers favor Luka in every category. Total, power, jab. But you also have to take a look at these killing blows in rounds. And in some of the rounds, Paz has landed the harder, more meaningful shots.
Paz stayed true to his fight plan, true to his word. Then he would box his way. Looking to pick fire, in and out, side to side. Zoom in, zoom out.
And he's got a dead even through 4. And the same way. Case 3-1 for Luka. Blood from the nose in Paz has done a good job on the right eyebrow.
Every once in a while, Paz should concentrate on getting Luka to come to him. Luka's strong point, countering when you come at him. Luka has to come forward. Sometimes he will forget the jab. Leave himself a little bit of elbow. Experienced fighter like Paz, take advantage of that. Counter.
Someone bounced off Paz's arm. Luka goes southpaw. Luka goes back right hand. Hey, you know, you see guys get cut, like Paz around the eye, and you don't want the blood going into the eye and stuff. When a guy can see blood coming from his nose or cut in his mouth, swallow the blood can be dangerous, can't it?
Yes, he can. It will affect your stomach to make you sick.
Remember, had some effects on Eldrick Taylor after that memorable fight with Julio Cesar Chavez. Swallowed a lot of blood in that fight.
That's the key, the amount. And that's the key here for Vinny, the amount. The amount of punches in one spot at one time. He's trying not to stay in one spot too long. Trying to pick a spot. Keep Luka off balance.
Luka, raised by a single mom along with his brother. He is the father of a young daughter, Alyssa. Notable champions from Canada. Of course, this title became available when Davey Hilton's legal problems had him wound up in jail.
The Hilton brothers, there were 5 Hilton brothers all fighters. George Dixon, first black champion of all time. Tommy Burns, the smallest heavyweight of all time. And Sam Langford, one of the greatest unheralded fighters of all time, beat 9 world champions from lightweight to heavyweight, but was never given a title shot.
We began round number 6. 12-round fight at stake. Luka's WBC super middleweight crown. Vinny Paz cut in round 2. It was ruled from a punch. There are the numbers through 5 rounds.
Luka is showing his versatility, showing that he can come forward when he uses that jab, when he wants to. Showing he can also counterpunch. Still having problems when there's movement to the side. The problem right now is Pazienza's movement has been mostly straight in, straight back. He wants to attack the weakness of the opponent. In this case, maybe Luka's only weakness is moved to the side, keep him more balanced. I said earlier, Luka very solid, not great in one area, but good in many areas.
Well, Luka said that when Paz sort of slows down in a round and appears to be taking a break, as he gears up for a moment where we're trying to steal the round, Luka felt it was very important that he presses Paz at those moments, makes it work when he doesn't want to work.
I believe the most important thing Luka's been doing so far, and maybe the most unheralded thing, has been his jab. Keeping Pazienza stabilized. Controlling those quiet spots like now, those dead spots. Not allowing Pazienza to jump in and score when he wants to.
Body shot from Luka. Paz answered with a body shot of his own. Paz going a little low there. Eddie Cotton gives him a warning.
No low blow.
Left hook to the body from Luka.
As soon as you see Luka stop using that jab, you see Pazienza start to score, start to come in. Paz is effective when there's no jab coming out. Right there, Luka looking for the counter. Knows that Paz will reach in once in a while.
Luka scores as he backpedals. Also that not landing, but Paz did get a combination in. Luka answers right back with a left hand of his own.
Paz knows it's the end of the round. Wants to see if he can steal something.
Luka not allowing him to do that.
Hold time. Good job. Good job. Come on, man.
Baltimore Raven defensive tackle Tony Siragusa from nearby New Jersey, checking out Vinny Paz in action. Of course, the Ravens let go 8 of 11 starters from their defense. NFL salary cap coach, later quarterback was sent back. Elvis quarterback. Vinny Paz and Eric Luka underway, round number 7. No knockdowns in the fight. Paz cut along the right eye in round 2. Referee Eddie Cotton said it was from a punch. Paz trying to steal the last round. Luka remaining busier for the most part in the fight, working his jab right there.
I've talked about how important that jab has been to the effectiveness, to the success of Luka. But it's been just as important, and will be just as important, I believe, to Pazienza. When Pazienza uses it to get forward, to get in, he does not leave himself open, does not leave gaps, does not allow Luka to be effective with counterpunches. And Paz does not use that jab to get in. And then, as you can see, Luka is free to let those hands go. Free to have a clear lane to counterpunch.
Paz countered with a left hook after he missed the wild right hand. He's going at Luka midway point of round 7.
Pazienza likes to fight in spots. It's up to Luka to minimize Pazienza's effectiveness during those spots. And then, if Paz is not fighting, not moving his hands, it is up to Luka to do what he's doing here. Get that jab working. control the round.
Is Paz wasting some opportunities as far as throwing body punches? He's not. He's throwing body punches one at a time, few and far between against Luka.
Some of the times when he's inside, to get to the body, he would be served to throw more than one. There's no doubt about that. You're not going to land the first one with a guy like Luka who covers up well. You're going to have to throw 2 or 3, create an opening. Move his arms around a little bit. Paz trying to control the pace here, trying to feel the rhythm of this fight right now. The tempo of his round.
Paz's right eye cut on the right eyebrow, swollen under the right eye.
Luka has allowed his jab to go on vacation a little bit this round. Therefore, Paz has had moments.
There's bell to end round number 7 as Paz pressed the action in the second half of that round. Oh, Richard Grant, the man with the red hair, checking things out. Of course, Grant was the one who beat James Butler in New York City Thanksgiving weekend, and that's when Butler stepped in and pulled top after the final bell. Good to see that Richard, Eddie, is doing just fine.
Yes, it is. Richard suffered a broken jaw from that big punch. That terrible punch that night from Grant. Good to see Richard smiling there.
Corner, Vinny Paz.
Understand what I'm saying? When you hit it, boom, boom, step to the side, step to the right, step to the right and bang them. Or step behind them, or step behind them. You understand?
Seconds out.
Kevin Rooney wanting Paz to give more angles.
I agree with Kevin Rooney. Don't come straight in. Don't use that front door. Use that side door.
Round number 8 underway. In the last half of round 7, Paz was definitely aggressive. Tried to press the action against Luka. As you mentioned, Luka's jab went on vacation.
And when Luka's jab goes on vacation, at the end it goes to work.
Eddie, is Luka allowing this fight to be too close?
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at Teddy's scorecard through 7. Teddy's scorecard reads 67-66 for Luka. I have it the same way. Now remember, the 3 judges are from Belgium, Mexico, and France, respectively. None are from the United States. That was a mandate of the Luka camp to come here to Foxwoods. But when you're you definitely do get swayed by emotions and crowds. I know you're not supposed to, but judges are human like everyone else.
And the way of scoring is so subjective that the human element can weigh very heavy.
Paz a little low with that left hook, no warning.
But what you saw that was significant there was Paz was able to throw a counterpunch. And Luka walked straight in with no jab. Paz was able to throw it at the right distance. Not forced to reach in. Not forced to leave himself open.
Paz took a good body shot there. He went on a little walk to regroup.
Go around the block a little bit, like the old timers would say. Go downtown. When Paz has trouble, but he stands straight in front of Luka like he's doing right now, or when he reaches in. Paz might have hurt me there, moved off to the side.
So Luka has controlled this round. He used his jab. But let's see if Paz now tries to steal the last 30 seconds. Well, he gets the call. Ooh, he ate a left hook there, did Paz. He got the call from his corner. Last 30 seconds.
That's the plan. Try to steal the round.
Part of the plan was not to do the left hook right on the chin.
And then to stand there.
Right hand and a left by Paz scored. just missed the right cross. In the super middleweight division, of course, he had that heartbreaking cut in that war with Thomas Tate at the First Union Center in Philadelphia back in October. Omar coming along fine to get back in the ring soon. We look forward to seeing him again. Vinny Paz, Eric Luca, round number 9. All right, Teddy. Round 8 was classic. Take a look at the numbers. Not a classic performance. Not an ESPN classic, but as far as stealing around, Luca controls the whole round. Paz comes it on in the last 30 seconds. Did you fall for it?
Almost, I must be honest. But I wound up controlling myself, thinking I made the right judgment, the right choice. Made it a 10-9 round for Luca. Carried the bulk of the round.
I agree with you. Even though Paz landed some good shots in the last 20 seconds. Kevin Rooney, the trainer of Paz, while we were away in commercial, asked Paz, he said, listen, you finished the round strongly. Can you start the round that way and carry it through? And we did not get a loud affirmation from the 39-year-old Paz. Just wondered physically if he could do that.
The 39-year-old Paz and the 19-year professional veteran, Vinny Paz.
441 rounds as a pro, counting tonight's fight. Luca with the uppercut, Luca with the jab.
Luca doing it 2 ways, with the jab on the outside and with the counterpunching as Paz reaches in. As I said, Luca, blue collar, no frills, solid in most areas. Nothing fancy with Luca. You stay outside here, use the jab. You come in, he likes the counter.
The thing with Luca, he's had a couple of dead spots of his own here where he's allowing Paz to possibly steal some moments.
All styles have their strengths and their weaknesses. The weakness to the style of Luca is that you can be out-hustled in spots. You can be outworked in spots. When you're a no-frills guy, when you're a simple guy, a technician, and you don't shine in one area, sometimes you can be out-business.
Here we go, the call. There you go. They yell from Paz's corner. 30 seconds to go in the round. Just like they did in the last round. The plan is to try to steal those last 30 seconds.
What's significant, though, is what has happened in those 2.5 minutes prior to that call.
Well, Paz isn't stealing anything in this round.
Maybe they should lie to him and start calling with a minute left. Come on, baby. Go.
Possibly, remember, first fight here on Friday Night Fights, Willette Hilton. Davey Hilton got outboxed for 11.5 rounds, and sometimes all it takes is just that one punch. And you never know. And that's the point I brought up to you, Teddy, in the last round, is the fact that Luca, he's winning the fight by 3 points on my card now. However, he could be doing more. In my opinion, and I want to get yours, is he allowing Paz enough wiggle room to maybe pull this thing out with a shot here or there?
Luca's style is close to the best conservative style. Not to do too much wrong and to do just enough right. And when you have that kind of style, there's not a big margin for error. The answer to your question is yes. He does just enough to win the round. Sometimes that can leave a little bit of an opening for Paz to stay close and maybe steal a round.
Paz tries to answer the Luca jab. In Luca's last fight against Ningan Tobella, he realized that he had a guy who was not in great shape in front of him, and he dominated him, shut him out through 7.5 rounds before he finished. Here, Luca controlling the fight. He ate a right hand but answered with an uppercut, but still cautious of Paz.
If this was about going to the table and eating, and there were 10 steaks on the table, Luca would go there and he would take 4 and be satisfied, maybe 5. He is not a garbone. He is not a glutton. He is not the temperament that will take all 10. It's the same thing in the ring. When there's moments to go further, he does not go further. Does enough to stay ahead.
I'm sure Tony Siragusa thinks I would take those other 6 steaks in a heartbeat.
He would. And he'd look for more. Break that one. Come back. The jab's so important. We talked about how important it's been for Luka to keep Paz from stopping his hot shotting. But it's important for Paz to grab these quiet moments right now. Whoever jabs to carry the round. Whoever jabs to capture these spaces.
Luka not biting at the bait there. Paz pounding his stomach.
Luka doing just enough to get by. Maybe getting away with that, though.
Paz hasn't landed anything clean.
Paz is not thrown enough to land anything clean.
Does get a left hand in there.
All right, stop one. Don't use the shoulder no more either.
6 seconds does not make a round.
Time! Come on, let's go. Time in, let's go. Seconds out.
Eddie Cox says time in, let's go. No stalling over there. Luka throwing 59 punches around, according to the CompuBox stats. Paz averaging only 47 punches thrown per round. And at least on my scorecard, Paz is going to need a knockout to win this fight. You got to look at the overall punch number through 10. And huge advantage for Luka. Luka landing 33% of his jabs. Paz 12. You're wondering about late Paz power? He has 2 knockouts past the 10th round. But they came almost a decade ago. 1993, Dan Sherry got knocked out in the 11th when he won the junior middleweight crown against Gilbert DeLay. That was back in 1991. He stopped him in the 12th round.
Paz not a big puncher, having moved up several weight classes in the lightweight division when he first turned pro almost 19 years ago when he won his first world title. Luka, naturally the bigger man, turned pro as junior middleweight, then went up to super middleweight and has stayed there for 8.5 years.
And Luka not a big puncher with 13 knockouts and 41 pro bouts. He does what he has to do.
Right now, Luka not doing much, allowing Paz to have moments.
Well, the motivation for Vinny Paz was his 50th win and another world title, the 3rd world championship, legitimate world title. I wouldn't doubt if he does fight again, even if he loses this fight, maybe a non-TV fight somewhere in Rhode Island where he just picks up win number 50 and bows out.
Luka is satisfied to let Paz stay on the outside, and then Luka picks spots every once in a while. And then Luka always ready for the counter. Hey, Paz looks to jump in. Luka will look to fill the hole with a good counterpunch.
Well, Luka controlling 2.5 minutes of these last 3 rounds. And Paz trying to steal the last 30 seconds.
Luka just a little bit more consistent, a little bit more steady, especially with that jab. Controlling a lot of those quiet moments, a lot of those dead spots. Luka looking for the counter as Paz tries to throw wide punches.
Luka goes southpaw and boxes Paz around to finish round 11. Luka controlling the championship round. Paz touch gloves. Out of respect for each other leading up to this fight. Eddie, some people in Paz's corner said close fight. I know over the years we've had some differences with Kevin Looney, the trainer for Paz. But the bottom line is he was the honest voice there when he said, hey, you got to knock this guy out to win this fight. You're not winning in any other way.
He's been accurate, and he's been on the button all night long from the first round on to the last round. And he just told him that he needs a knockout to win.
Eddie, on my card, I have Luka winning the last 4 rounds. He's done a very good job of just boxing and staying out of harm's way.
Doing just enough to win and allowing Paz to do some of his work for him. Letting Paz reach in, looking to counter.
You and I both have it 107, 102 for Luca. Maybe a different round here or there, but chant of USA. Of course, Paz from the U.S., Luca from Canada.
Luca trying to steer Paz around the ring. Luca making sure he doesn't go straight back and give an opportunity for Paz. That time Luca went back, but then filled the hole with punches. You can go back as long as you go back at the right distance. You go back from too close. Bam! You might get hit. Again, these dead spots, these quiet moments. Luca using that jab.
You know, I can see though Luca with these quiet moments today, you can almost see Paz is looking for the big counter shot. And if Luca doesn't lead, the counter shot can never happen.
And there's just too much space when Paz looks for those counter shots. He's too far away when he starts. And when he's too far away, that happens. Luca has room, time, distance.
Luca with the height advantage. Luca, 9 years younger. Luca, the better boxer right now. Luca controlling the ring.
When you want to press like Paz is trying to do here, the key is not to start from too far away. Not to give too much of an opening as you press. Paz is giving a lot of openings. And then when he doesn't want to pin, he stands outside. And Paz, when he stands outside, allows Luca to just pick spots. Allows Luca to take what's given him.
Luca used his shoulder nicely to create that space. Paz digging in, Luca blocking a lot of that. Combination gets through and Luca answers with a combo of his own. Just how you would expect a Vinny Paz fight to end.
We've enjoyed you, Paz. Win or lose, we've enjoyed you.
Eric Luca raises his arms in victory. He did enough on our scorecards. We'll get the judges' scorecards when we return. Alzheimer's, his mom battling cancer. Here are the final punch numbers. Luca landing 38%. Luca 43% power shots. 153 of 356. Teddy Atlas's scorecard reads as follows. 117, 111. I had the same numbers, and we are awaiting the judges' scorecards right now as they are being tallied up, and we wait for our ring announcer as well. And he is Frank Carpano.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Vanderweel scores it 116 to 110. Judge Asaro scores it 117 to 112. And Judge Perez scores it 119 to 110 for the winner. And still WBC super middleweight champion of the world, Eric Luca.
Well, Luca makes the second defense of his world championship. Fought patiently, fought smart, stayed busy, and Vinny Paz suffers the 10th loss of his career. Luca retains his WBC super middleweight crown.